Weeds are a fact of life, and sooner or later we have to face the music and deal with them. Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you simple ways to not only manage those weeds, but slow their growth without using any chemicals at all. First things first, the best way that we can prevent weeds from taking over our property is to minimize how many germinate from all the seeds that are already sitting in our soil, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But seeds also germinate from things that we can't control. For example, wind can blow in seeds, and as we walk through the woods, seeds can stick to our clothing. And a big one is when birds or other animals are coming onto our property and they see something that they love to eat, like these berries from this pokeweed. Well, when they consume this, eventually it becomes droppings and then it sprouts more weeds in our property somewhere else. So the best thing that we can do to prevent this from happening is be proactive and get these weeds off of our property before they go to flower and seed. And it's been said that one weed that goes to flower is thousands more weeds the following season. Now, the number one thing that we could all be doing to cut down on the volume of seeds that could be germinating under our watch is to block the sunlight that's hitting the soil surface, because so many of those weed seeds need that sunlight to germinate. So how do you do that? By either adding about a 2-inch layer of mulch or create a dense canopy of plants. Either way, the mulch or thick growth at ground level will accomplish the same outcome of blocking the sunlight weed seeds need to sprout. Another step that you can take to manage weeds is to not make their growing environment any more hospitable than possible. And if you needed one more reason to save water, this would be it. You want to keep that water right on target for the plants that you're trying to grow and not on those weeds, and it's easier than you might realize. By using soaker hoses, drip emitters, or emitter tubing, or just adjusting your in-ground system, you can deliver water only where it's intended. By staying on target, you can deprive weeds of water they'd really like to have to thrive. So we already know we want to get to those weeds before they go to seed, but the earlier in their life cycle, the better, when they're still small and young. That's for several reasons. First of all, they're a lot easier to pull out because they haven't formed those deep root systems yet, plus they haven't really spread out yet either. And when they're this young, they're not competing as much for those water and nutrient resources against the plants that we're trying to keep. So as you remove weeds without chemicals, it's best to minimize soil disturbance so you're not bringing up dormant seeds below ground up to the light of day. Without a doubt, the absolute best way to remove seeds always is hand pulling, and the best time to pull is after soaking rain. But if hand pulling isn't your thing, I've found that stick tools allow you to stand up and use those tools to sever weed roots right at the surface, like this oscillating hoe. You use the tool blade typically with a back and forth sliding action. And there are many tool options available like that. The key is to find the ones that work best for you and stick with them. Tools like this work really well to remove weeds whose roots are growing mostly right at the surface. But there are other types of weeds like dandelion and thistle that have a taproot, and then you have wild onion and garlic that has a bulb. And so their energy source is down low, and you've got to get below that to extract that weed. And if you don't get all the energy source, that weed is going to grow right back. So you need a different type of tool for that, like this 2-pronged weeder. What you do is you pry it into the ground below the taproot or the bulb, and then you pull back and pry it out. So the bottom line is, choose the right tool for the right weed and you'll make your weeding job so much easier.